super intense going through that alone. This is just totally empty. It's really nice, but kind of intense. It's just like, oh god. It was really cool though. Not quite as big as like Ape Caves in Washington, but a respectable size. Anyways, it's a super short side trip from the PCT. It's just kind of right here. You have no excuse for not checking it out because it's super cool. And if you can get here and do it alone, I totally recommend it because it was just like, holy shit. I'm gonna be hitting LIEssen National Park today. I don't have my bear canister, so I gotta try and do it in a day, or make camp early at a campsite with bear boxes because they require a bear canister. And I think it was 2016, there's a bear going around and eating people's food, so they're like, well, now you guys have to use a canister. And I didn't feel like picking mine up this early, so I was just like, I'll just cruise through it. It's super cold again this morning and last night, but I was smart and put on my warm layers before I went to bed, so. And I had to actually night hike for quite a bit because the campsite I was going for was taken by car campers, which was very odd. And they weren't even like camping, they were just sleeping in their car. I was like, oh great. If they had a tent set up, it would have been one thing, but they didn't even have a tent set up, so I was like, you fucks. It all turned out pretty well. I talked with a German dude who's on vacation for a while, and he was asking about the PCT and gave me a beer, which was really nice, like right before bed. I was just like, oh yeah. Yeah, so my campsite was pretty shitty, but I got good sleep, so I guess that's all that matters in the end. Yeah, I totally underestimated how far I am from LIEssen. Like, I'm close-ish to the boundary, but if I wanted to hike through the whole park, I'd be doing nearly a 40, so I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go to I believe it's called Warner Valley Campground. Just camp there, and that would be pretty much at 30 for me today. I don't want to camp anywhere without a bear box. A, because I don't want to get fined, and B, I don't want a bear tearing through my food bag and eating all my good stuff. So they are apparently they're pretty brave in this area. I was just reading comments on Gut Hooks, and people were like, yeah, there were some bears around, wouldn't leave us alone, so we just packed up and left, and all that good stuff. Another funny thing to me about reading stuff on the comments section on Gut Hooks app, it's like every once in a while I'll see, caution, active cougar or active bears in the area. It's like, you're in the wilderness. There's probably active bears and wildcats everywhere. You don't see them all the time, but they're there. This is a nature walk. They are a part of nature. You're going through their home. Just assume everywhere you camp, or everywhere you're hiking, is an active bear and cougar area. Yeah, I see that quite a lot, and it just makes me laugh every time. It's just like, yeah. So I'm by Hat Creek right now, the actual creek. Just past the day hiker. Said he just had a bear encounter. He was just hiking along, and just this big black blob. So he made some noise, and the bear looked at him and got up on his back legs, and they had a bit of a stare down for a second, and the hiker just kind of left. So I'll just make some noise as I go through. I'm just gonna chill here for a second, see if the bear just leaves. He said he's about a mile ahead, so some bear scat here. Ew. Just walking through the bushes, making my way up this hill. I don't know, I think if I was gonna see him, I would have seen him by now. I'm done being worried over it. Yeah, that's a bear paw print. If I ever did see one, looks like it was going up into these bushes here. I think it ends after that. This section reminds me a bit of the area that I kind of dubbed as the Kennedy Meadows lie. It's like you first learn about the PCT and the different sections and stuff, you know, everyone says Kennedy Meadows is the end of the desert and the gateway to the Sierra. So you get to Kennedy Meadows, you start hiking out, it's pretty foresty and stuff for a little while, and then it's just like a burn section, and it looks a bit like this, and you're just like, this fucker's lied to me. Oh boy, I've got a good view of LIEssen here. Oh god. Just kind of poking out of the top of this hill here. It's a lot closer than it looked this morning. Yeah, I think this area is going to be pretty neat. I think we're off to a good start here. Oh man, this is neat. I hate to be all negative, but it's not really much going on here for LIEssen. It's just hot and burnt, and the trail is staying pretty clear from all the cool looking mountains in the distance, so feeling a little let down. I saw all those cool peaks in the distance, I was like, oh yeah, but no, pretty much just been going through a dead forest the whole way. Womp. Almost my campsite. Things got a little prettier. Fortunately, I was getting pretty fed up with that burn section I was going through. It was just not fun, not even remotely. And now I'm in this here valley. Pretty nice. Not the dramatic views I was thinking I was gonna get, but still nice. Hell of a lot better than dead forest. But I'm gonna get there just in time. I didn't want to night hike, and I still don't. I might get there just as it starts getting real dark, and I just need to get some good sleep tonight. I feel like that's been a root of my problems, is just I'll wake up in the morning and I'm just like, well, I'm awake, I might as well start walking, but I think one of these days I need to just go back to sleep, catch up on some rest time. I do the same thing at, like, when I take zeros too. It's just like I'll wake up at like 4, be like, well, I'm up, might as well just stay up. It's just not been good for me, so yeah, sleep needs to happen. You can see I'm going to be camping down there. I believe I see the campground bathroom. Either that or I'm looking at Drake's bed, I don't know. I don't know yet, but yeah, I like this valley. pretty neat. You can make out some like granite faces here and there, just very tiny, but it's a hell of a lot more interesting than just looking at a hill with trees on it. A lot prettier. I'm just a sucker for meadows. I love them. I'm gonna go into Chester tomorrow, resupply, charge up all my stuff 100% because I'm just gonna do one big push to get to the Sierra. I gotta get out of this Northern California crap. It's just, I'm super done just going through mellow forest. It's just been way too much of that lately, and the fun kind of stopped once I got to Oregon. Even a little bit before that, the last like 140 miles of Washington weren't much to write home about, except for Goat Rocks and Mount Adams. But just been in a slump since I crossed that border. I'm ready to get out of it. I really miss the Alpine. I kind of thought there would be more of that along this trail, and there's really just not. Because that's how I associated, that's what I associated the PCT with. It's high alpine and big views, and there's just a huge gap where there's just not much of it. And I want to get back to that. I want to get back to really 100% enjoying where I'm at, because, you know, it's just like every once in a while I'll be somewhere like, oh, this is really cool, but I know that it's not going to last. And whereas, you know, the desert and the Sierra is just like pretty consistent with its cool stuff. So had I known this, I may not have tried to do the whole trail. I might have just said, you know, okay, I'll do the desert, the Sierra, and Washington. But I didn't really know. So I went for it. Now that I'm here, I might as well just try and get through it. But I gotta be honest, I was really considering just skipping to the Sierra earlier today. I was just like fed up. The burn section wasn't helping. I was just like, I just want to start really enjoying things again.